What is up, you horror nerds? It is me, your host once again, Jeremiah Duncan. Welcome back to the channel. Today I got kind of a special one for you. We are doing an original versus a sequel. I'm talking about the 1985 movie versus the 1987 movie of House v. House 2. This is a double feature. House, the original, was released in 1985. It is rated R. House 2 was released in 1987 and it was PG-13. Now we wonder, who is the best? Well, we will get to that. So if you aren't familiar with either one of these series, here's what these movies are about. So House, the original. Horror novelist Roger Cobb is a man on the edge, reeling from his recent divorce, haunted by the mysterious disappearance of his young son, and struggling with his new book about his traumatic experiences in Vietnam. But when he moves into this strange house left to him by his late aunt, Roger's precarious sanity comes under siege by nightmares of his dead war buddy, visits from a nosy neighbor, and an onslaught of hideous creatures from another dimension. Horror has found a new home, and it's fully furnished with murder, monsters, and madness. So let's just talk about that one for a minute. Directed by Stephen Miner, who did Warlock, Halloween H2O, Wonder Years, just to name a few. Is also written by Fred Dekker, who did Monster Squad. He originally tried to write it as a horror comedy and was pretty successful because it is a fun movie. But Fred Dekker also did Night of the Creep, Predator, Jason X, RoboCop 3, Ethan Wiley, who was co-writer, did Jason X and both of the House movies, actually. It did feature William Katt, who was in this 1976 Carrie, as well as George Wendt, who was from Cheers and Fletch, which he was the nosy neighbor, which is pretty cool. And actually, Kane Hodder did the stunt work for House, which, of course, as you know, has played Jason Voorhees more than anybody. It was produced by Sean S. Cunningham and music from Harry Manfredini, yes, who of course did Friday the 13th. So super cool. There's a lot of history in House in that movie, and it is great. I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10. Fun movie, super cool. Now let's talk about House 2. If you aren't familiar with that, guess what? It's a sequel that has no connection to the original. It has no connection to the first movie's plot or anything like that. It does feature Bill Maher, and he has massive hair in it, which is hilarious, and he's kind of a dick. But it does feature Royal Dano, I guess, who was in Killer Clowns. Also Jonathan Stark, who is in Fright Night. And it was written again by Ethan Wiley. So, House 2, if you aren't familiar with that. Jesse McLaughlin's sitting on top of the world. He's a talented artist with a growing career and a beautiful girlfriend. And he's moving into a magnificent house, a very special house. A house which will plunge him into an incredible adventure. One where all his dreams, fantasies, and nightmares will be realized. He'll meet his 175-year-old great-great-grandfather, encounter a great giant barbarian, confront a pterodactyl, discover a crystal skull with magical life-restoring powers, and more. And he'll be thrust into a life-and-death struggle, encountering things guaranteed to horrify and delight, all without leaving the house. This one is fun, but they did drop this one to PG-13, and you can tell that they were just trying to cash cow it. And it's good, but it's not as good as the original. I'm giving it a 6.0, 6 out of 10. House, the original, is just a little bit better. House 2 is fun. They both stand alone. They're both fun movies. They're great movies. Personal opinion, House, the original, is better than House 2. Fight me, because I know that's kind of a hot topic. If you like one of them better than the other, comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know. I'm trying to throw a lot of information at you because it's a lot. Stick around. I got more reviews coming to you daily. Check them out. Let me know which one's your favorite between those two. I'm going with the original. Appreciate y'all. Hit the death bell for notifications. Mwah. I love you.